You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Hit the Floor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Hit the Floor After Show.
Hey there, AfterBuzz TV. What's going on? Bing is for doing, and tonight we are doing a brand new series on VH1 called Hit the Floor. I'm your host, Alikona Bradford, and joining me today are two fantastic hosts. Introduce yourself, guys.
Nick Perdue.
With a little dance, too, if you're not watching.
Apparently, it's ladies first.
I took it.
I'm Cathy, Kelley.
All right, everybody, so we have this brand new show on. I have to say, I really liked it. It was juicy. It had a lot of dance, and of course, I dance, so I loved watching it. What do you guys think?
I'm hooked after this first episode. It seems like a really cool show. It kind of seems like a female version of The Game to me. A lot of drama. But some
I definitely want to hear the man perspective on this.
Well, I mean, of course I was going to watch beautiful women dancing around half naked. So, of course, I'm just going to watch off of GP, and I like basketball. So, But, no, it looks good. Like, probably the first 15 minutes, I was in. I'm like, okay, this is something that I'm going to watch.
But did you like it because of the storyline, or were you like, oh, girls?
I mean, the storyline got good.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first 15 minutes, it was girls. And I was like, oh, wow, they actually have some good content in here. So.
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought it was going to be a cheesy dance show. I'm not going to lie, guys. But it turned out to be something really good. And I knew it was going to be about a girl whose dream is to get on this, dance squad and blah, blah. I'm like, it could either go two directions, like a real cheese ball, or it's going to be Die Hard.
Or
yes.
I'm glad it wasn't Bring It On.
It's a lot racier than I originally thought it was going to be, which I really like. I like that.
I like our AfterBuzz family / stripper girl.
Yes. Kat Bayless, who is actually a host here at AfterBuzz, is one of the stars of the show. She is Kyle, the stripper. So congratulations to Kat Bayless. We love you so much. Love that her Southern accent finally gets to shine on the small screen.
Favorite part.
I know.
Like the fact that everybody associates Southern with being just sweet and innocent, and it is, but she is just like
she is fierce.
Going in.
She could hold her own.
Yes.
And it's funny, we were having a conversation about that a couple months back because usually she has to tone down her Southern accent, and she just went into this audition and they were like, we kind of want you to play it up. And so she did, and that's how she landed the role.
Well, good for her.
But, also, speaking of things in the AfterBuzz family, we always love to give you this free content, all these amazing after shows. We do about 60 shows a week here, and we don't really ask for much in return. So we are launching a new movie, The Adventures of Serial Buddies. Our boss, Maria Menounos, and Kevin Undergaro, they both put so much time and effort into this movie, and it is going to come out on May 29th. That's tomorrow. So if you could go over to, iTunes, Amazon, all of those platforms will have this movie available. It's absolutely hysterical. It's like Dumb and Dumber meets Dexter.
And had a baby.
Yes. I have watched it like 6 to 10 times already, so it's a good movie, and buying it helps support AfterBuzz indirectly, so we can continue to bring you all of this free content.
Yeah, you can download it. You can go to SerialBuddies.com. You can find it on demand. Invite friends over. Make some popcorn.
Yeah.
Watch your favorite after show.
And
then watch the movie.
Tell your friends to go buy their own copies.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry. No. All right, so let's talk about the show. We've got this girl, the main character, Ahsha, and right away she's dying to be on this squad that apparently her mom was the original Devil's Girl, and this mom has a serious chip on her shoulder. I was a little irritated. What about you guys?
Really?
Yes, because she's not explaining herself, first of all. Second of all, I don't care what your past is. I get you're trying to protect your daughter, but at the same time, it's her dream. Support her. And at one point, daughter was asking her to come to the audition, and she was like, no, sorry, I promised I never would.
She totally supported her at the end, though. I feel like it was just a mom being protective, and we don't know the full story yet. Once you find out the full story, I bet you
know
will
what, though?
you will side with the mama.
Maybe. Okay, I give you that. But here's my thing on that. Yeah, she supported, but it was like one of those backslap-handed, whatever the term is that you would say, because she was talking, I'm jumping ahead to the end, but she was talking to Olivia, the coach, and one of the things she said when Olivia said, I'm surprised you're supporting her in this. Oh, it's all my daughter, and at this point, it's you that's going to pretty much stop this. So to me, I took it as an indirect, her kind of being like, nudge, nudge, like, if it's okay with me if you cut my daughter so she doesn't end up going where I went.
I saw the exact opposite. Yeah, I thought that she was saying, like, you're the reason why I got cut from the team so many years ago, and you're probably the reason you're probably going to cut my daughter and break her heart.
Well, dang, I just totally took it a different direction.
It seemed like there was a lot of bad tension. Like something happened, you know, again, this is, you know, way at the end, but, you know, Olivia was like, oh, hi, that was awkward, you know, and that, like, exchange. So, you know, like, you kind of gonna tell that whatever Sloane went through back in the day, you know, she just doesn't want her daughter to go through that now, because it's probably 10 times worse now, and, you know, it's this and that, and it's the fast life. So.
But, I mean, at the same time, you can only protect your daughter so much, and it's her life. She needs to live it and learn on her own.
But there's nothing wrong with being a banker.
There is nothing wrong with being a banker.
No, there is not.
Boring.
Okay, to all you bankers out there, you can follow her at no. I'm just kidding. But no, I get it. But it's that classic story of, do I take the safe route or do I just go for my dreams? Because otherwise, you're just gonna live in regret.
Yeah.
You know.
And no one wants to see a TV show about someone taking the safe route.
Exactly.
I mean, banking can be very exciting. You know. Hit the floor would be a totally different meaning.
It sure would.
That's awful. I love it.
Oh, man. All right, so I want to get right into the auditions. What do you guys think about the girls as far as the caliber dancing? Because I know I have my own opinions. But I'll ask you guys first.
There were a lot of quick cuts, but I think that they looked solid. I mean, I thought they looked good.
Amazing. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Amazing.
So this is my opinion. Don't hate me. I thought that a lot of the girls were really amazing. Like I said, there's few in there that can spot out them like, oh, I know her. Good job. But as far as the main character, I must say I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And I feel like either it could be, again, one of two things. Maybe they're going to build the character to become amazing and she had to be the underdog first. Or she's an amazing actor and they went for the acting skills and were like, we'll teach you how to dance. Sorry.
I think that it looks like she does have some dance background, but it doesn't look like she's as solid as some of the girls that are strictly dancers.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what I saw is a girl who can do technique, a girl who can do pirouettes, and she's probably a jazz dancer, technical, and all that stuff. But as far as this team, it seems like, yeah, you do a little bit of that with, you know, most cheerleaders do, but it's so new age that they're incorporating hip hop and being grindy and gritty. And you see, what's the one character with the red curly hair?
Oh, yeah.
And she was getting in on her freestyle. I was like, yes, that is what I'm talking about. And then there was another character named Desiree, and she did a nice mix of dance, cheer, hip hop. She did some breaking moves, and I was like, yes, full package. And then you have the main character who's like, pirouette, and now in a circle, pirouette. I'm like, does she have any more
I think
moves?
they did that on purpose to make her look a little bit more naive and a little more wholesome, because she could easily do like the hair whipping back and forth to make her look like a better dancer. I think that they wanted her. No, that's true.
Oh, no, I agree.
People are always like, they think that's flashy, and it's a really easy move to just whip your hair back and forth. You look sexy, and it looks like you're breaking your neck, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like they could have gone that route with her, but I feel like this is an intentional.
Right.
You know, they're intentionally doing that so that she looks more innocent.
Yeah.
I think she's, you know, she's going to grow.
Right.
And so I think probably something's gonna happen where she has to break out of her shell.
Right.
Too,
that makes sense.
you know, and then you're like, oh my gosh, she really can dance.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to see more than one move was my only thing. But I want to talk about her brand new rival, because that also brings me to the fact that everyone's like, watch out for this girl because she could be the next Yelena. And I'm looking at 80 pirouettes wondering how she could be the next Yelena. But girl is beautiful. Her attitude stinks hardcore. And I don't know if it's just, and that's why I wonder, pretty people, like, why? You're pretty. You don't need to be mean.
Yeah, but that's Hollywood.
That's true.
Well, you know, but I wouldn't say this, because this is a totally, like, it's a direct flop from her character when she was on House of Pain. House of Pain, she was, like, this real sweet girl, yada, yada, yada. So, like, seeing her in this role, I was like, oh, my God, Logan is really killing it.
Were you like, yeah, that's hot?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the eyes, I was like, oh, my God.
She is hot.
Why do guys like the girls that are like cutthroat, like, because even
They
her
like
little
confidence.
Yeah,
They like
and
the
she's
confidence.
fierce.
You can be confident and fierce and not be a.
Come on, you saw the scene with her and her boyfriend
man?
in the back. You could tell she was, he was.
Yeah, she runs it.
Yeah.
You want your girl to run it like that?
I'm not saying all the time, but in the bedroom. Okay.
Nick over here also likes Amanda Bynes.
Oh, that speaks for his taste right
She'll be
there.
running a lot.
Oh, dude. I totally lost my train of thought with that
Sorry.
conversation.
I can say that because we're friends.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So going back to that audition, though, there was something where she was like, we need to see face like this. So I thought she was going to throw down on the floor because she is Queen Bee. And she did what you were just saying. Hair snap, hair snap. And then like,
Yeah.
what?
It was
But
more
she was so
seductive.
sexy. It
But
was
you
just
could
very
have done,
slow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you could have done seductive
The girl
better.
with the red hair was
She was
killing
amazing.
it. She should have given
Yeah.
some face. I mean, she
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Without even trying.
There was also this new friend that we saw named Raquel.
Yeah.
I liked Raquel. I didn't think she did a whole lot audition-wise either, but her character obviously was going through a lot.
I love her character.
Yeah, and I feel like, well, she was the first one to befriend our main character.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Our main character.
Yeah, there we go. So, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more to her. She has way too
yeah.
much of a backstory for it to be just.
A
you're
one
off the
episode
team.
arc.
Her and Pete Davenport have a little
Yes,
thing
you picked
going
up on that too, huh?
Yeah.
Which I'm like, ooh, okay, Superman. I mean, you're getting older, but you still got it.
Yeah.
You still got it.
Superman.
Who's hot?
Yeah. And I'm not sure why they brought him into the whole mix as far as, I know in the beginning, because he's the basketball coach, and then they brought him in as, is he just overseeing everything, or he's actually considered a coach?
So he is the head coach of the basketball team, which I think is kind of like a play off the Lakers because they couldn't get the Lakers name, but they wanted to be in LA. And
It's kind of like what Like Mike did, in that movie where they had an LA team and it wasn't.
But
the Lakers.
it's supposed to be one of the best teams in
LA.
the league in LA. The best teams in the league, and they have the hottest girls. And we know that the Lakers have some of the hottest girls.
Clipper girls are amazing too, but
What?
Clipper girls.
Well,
are
yeah,
amazing too, but.
because LA has
A lot of amazing.
freaking ridiculously good-looking girls. But I think he's supposed to be the head coach of the team. He used to be a former basketball player. Now he's the head coach, and they brought him in because he must have played on the team when Olivia, the head cheerleading coach, was a devil girl.
Yeah.
And so she brought him in as a PR stunt, and,
And he's just,
The rest is
okay,
history.
we just learned about him that he just got out of a divorce, or his wife left him or something. And then there's the old gentleman. Do we know what his name is?
Oliver Oscar.
Okay, a lot of O's in
Yeah.
this show. But anyways, ew. First of all, ew. Because he's like, hey, Pete, like, I got all this for you.
But when
Take
you
your pick.
own the team, like you can, you can do whatever.
And then
He's like Jerry Buzz. Like
you
he's
know that
definitely Jerry
happens
Buzz.
in real life. Like, it's so
absolutely.
disgusting, but you know that that's such an accurate portrayal of what probably happens.
Right. Well, you know what? That's what makes this show good, though, in the sense where it's a little bit more realistic. It's not too over the top cheeseball to where you're like, oh no, that would never happen. Like, those are real elements. People do that. And with going back to Kyle, who is the stripper, her actual like vocal introduction was one of my favorites, just because of the fact that you have these two girls. Which one, by the way, the Asian girl, I don't know why I kept thinking it looked like Karen Anaba or.
Oh, Carrie Ann.
Yeah, just
A little bit.
Yeah, but anyway, and they're like, "Oh, we hear that you're what did they say? An exotic dancer."
Exotic
She was like,
dancer.
"Oh, honey, no, I'm a stripper." And I thought she was being sarcastic, but as her character got on, she's like, "No, I'm about to dance for some rich men." I'm like, "Okay, honey, if that's your game."
Yeah.
But when she actually did show up to Oscar's place in her little shindig jersey, I was like, "Oh."
But I want to know whose jersey that was, though.
I don't know. Probably the dude she slept with the night before. I don't know.
Or she just pulled it from
yeah,
somewhere.
that's true.
Bought it from the confession.
Okay, but hey, okay, here's the thing. When she was having the conversation with the other girls, she had said, I don't sleep with them, I just dance for them. So do you guys think that that's all that went down in that office, or did she do something else?
I mean, you don't have to, like go all the way to, like she could have danced with a happy ending.
I thought that what she was saying is that when she's a stripper, she doesn't sleep with those guys. She just dances with them. And this is a totally different thing.
Oh, I thought she was just saying, like, no, because the girl called her a whore. And she's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't sleep with them. I just dance for them. And I'm about to dance for some rich men.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe she just danced for him, but the way they showed the scene, it made it feel like something else was going to happen after the dance.
I mean, maybe she just teased him so that he would keep her around, and
There
then he
you go.
eventually thinks that something might happen.
You don't give up the whole package the first time around, then you're just out.
Although he would be lucky if he got that a second time.
That's very true.
Money talks. So.
Yeah. But I mean, the whole when she came back, you know, from the audition to make the final audition, he was just like, "Hey, boo." Hey.
She was giving the eyes to him.
Well, yeah, and because like she knows like I'm not getting cut.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
so
true.
like she was like, I'm not getting cut.
But she has to be nice to him for the rest of the season, or else she's gonna get cut.
That's true.
Potentially.
Yeah, but you can do that. Like once you're on the team, you know, and you're good. And especially if you become like a fan favorite, you know, then
That's true. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who were cheerleaders, and they would get cut even if they were fan favorites. It's just like, it's a very, very competitive world.
This is very
it's
true.
very harsh. And I remember I lived in Chicago, and they literally cut the entire roster of cheerleaders except for like 3 girls, and they had like 20 or 30 girls. It's ridiculous. It's very cutthroat. It's very harsh, and that was all because they thought that these girls were like getting too big-headed, when I know that girls and they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them might have been like that, but
Yeah.
my 3 friends weren't.
Yeah.
So
I think that world in general, people don't realize how cutthroat it is because they just think like dancers and we just like the coach in the beginning was just like they're just like little plastic toys, if you will.
Right.
And it's really not. Like these girls actually do work very, very hard.
and they get paid nothing.
No, if you
They get paid like $25 a game or
Yes.
something like that, and occasionally, maybe like twice a season, get tickets, but they can't even use the tickets. They have to give them to friends because they're working at the game.
They can
Right.
sell
It
the
makes
tickets.
no sense.
right, it's all for the name. It's
No,
all
because
for
they
the
get-
fame and what goes along
It's
with that
because
title and being in that
They're
role.
they're genuinely fans of whatever team they're supporting usually, and they
love to
it's
perform.
a prestigious role.
Yeah.
Like, they love to perform in front of people, but they can't sell those tickets because usually they don't get the tickets until 30 minutes before the game. It's left. They get the leftover tickets. They really aren't treated that well.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, that's okay.
Just went
that's
on a
okay.
rant.
Just a few facts for your
Yes.
knowledge. Well,
Yeah, because
hopefully,
I was
mean,
curious about that.
this is Hollywood. Let's hope that in this show they actually get paid because they made it seem like a career.
Yeah, they
I'm sure
did.
the Laker girls don't get paid. If they are getting paid, it's definitely not more than 100 per game.
Right.
And you also have practices. You have, you
yeah.
have what, like 5 practices a week, and then you have your games, and it's.
I want to say the Dallas
intense.
Cowboy cheerleaders get paid something silly, like like you were saying, like either $15 or $25 a game, and that's the Dallas Cowboys
and
cheerleaders.
I was going really high with 100 per game. I really think that it's around 25,
Yeah.
30 a game.
Yeah.
We can look it
25
up
or
and find out.
$30.
Yeah,
I will find out,
Make
and
that
I will,
clear,
I will,
yeah.
I will look it up and see, because I know like all these girls have like second jobs and like they're like teachers or they're
Yeah.
like something else,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they do this on the side.
Yeah.
And that's also one of the common misconceptions is that they are paid well and that this is their only job. But a lot of these girls, they have to have a second job, and the companies are able to pay them so low because there's so many girls that want to do it.
Yeah. So stripping doesn't sound as bad.
Right.
Now, huh?
Well, okay, but you know what though, all right? But the strippers, she's utilizing her role because
Yeah.
now she's trying to dance for all these men in the front row. the
Kyle's
really rich
investing
men.
in her career.
Yeah, there
she's
you go.
like,
She's
I'm
a
not
thinker.
gonna. She's like, I might make more money at the strip joint, but I can make a husband with more money. I can find a husband
Yeah.
with more money.
Yeah, yeah.
that realm.
Well, you know what's kind of messed up about the whole situation too is the basketball players obviously get paid a lot more. And when we see I'm lacking on names, you guys. I apologize. Yelena, I'm sorry. When she's sleeping with her boyfriend and they're done doing their business, and he's like, let's go to Maui. And she's like, when? Right now. Let's hop on my private jet. Really? Like, really? I wish I had it like that.
But let's talk about that too, though, because not every basketball player gets like the Kobe money. Like he's like, you know, top guy on the team, so he's probably getting $15 to $20 million a year or whatever.
Yeah.
But there are some guys like league minimum, you know, especially if you sign like a 10-day contract.
$200,000.
It was less than that. Like some guys are like $75,000.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
In MLB, it's 200,000, isn't
But that's
it?
a totally different sport. Though. This is the NBA.
But still, I mean,
But granted, $75,000 for playing a game and going to practices is not
Yeah.
that bad.
that's
versus,
not
like,
bad at all.
you know,
And you
working at the
probably
bank.
get a lot of stuff comped. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure they get like a free car, not from the team, but some, company wants to give them free stuff. So
Well, if you're a notable player.
you get sponsorships, even if you're not a notable player.
So anyway, hit it on the floor. Hit it on the floor. Okay. No, going back to that guy, there was something I wanted to say about. So home dude gets up, right, and he goes and takes a shower, and she's just talking about, because that's when he's talking about, wow, you're just this cutthroat girl and this and that, and he's like, you're already on the team. Why can't we just leave? And she's saying, well, I have to make sure that we don't have any dead weight on the team. Like, I want to make a team. She wants to formulate it the way she wants it. And I get it when she's a captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down. I've been a captain of the cheer squad and all that stuff, and it's not my decision. At the end of the day, it's the other person's decision, and you just run the show. So I don't know what I don't know if it's different for professional in that sense, but
I think that they hold her on this pedestal, so they're willing to make some more sacrifices for her. That's just kind of what it seems like.
I'm waiting to see why she's on the pedestal. Yes, she's a pretty face, and yes, she gave me sexy eyes, but I didn't see anything on that floor that made me scream, oh my God, she's amazing. I want to dance like her.
I'm going to tell you why she's on the pedestal.
Okay, why? You tell me.
This whole Mia situation.
That's what I want to talk about too. Who is that?
Exactly. So she did some dirt or something, so like there's something between like her and Olivia and Mia, because Mia's MIA.
But I'm like, is Mia a daughter of Olivia? Is she just another chick? Like,
we don't know. So that's why
the way she was talking to her and how late at night, I don't think it was a young girl.
Yeah.
It had to have been either a former cheerleader or
Well, she said the whole point of getting gone is to be gone for good. So what are you doing calling me? I won't be so nice next time around. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who are you?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. That's just how I feel about that situation. So anyways, our girl, she makes it past the first cuts. She goes into second cuts, and that's when we had the conversation as far as mom saying, no, I'm not going to support you. And I'm like, boo on mom. She shows up anyways. We see this battle going on between the girls. Again, I was not so impressed with the battles. There was one girl who had pink socks on. She was kind of amazing. She did some really cool jumps. She did a few freezes. She looked like she belonged there. And then there was a couple where it was the pro girl versus the newbie girl, and the newbie girl was like spanking the other girl like hard. I'm thinking, okay, like what?
Yeah.
I don't know. That to me loses the credibility of being a devil girl, and you're just doing nothing. But that's just me being a critic. And
well, I think like the Devil Girls were kind of like half-assing it because they're like we're
already on the team.
Yeah,
whatever.
So they're kind of like like I'm gonna go through the motions. I'm gonna give you a little battle, whatever. But you gotta come with it.
Putting it in that perspective, if I was one of those Devil Girls, the first thing I want to do, and I'm sorry, this is me being a girl, I'm gonna scare you. I'm gonna let you know what I got and let you know that if you make it on this team, you're lucky.
So you're the Yolana.
I'm not bitchy like that. I'm very nice as far as, but when it comes to
we don't know Yolana yet. Maybe she is.
Maybe
nice.
she is.
could be very nice.
No, but we've seen her in personal life, and she's just a not very nice person. I would never go around threatening people. But if it comes to anything dance-wise competitive, and you hit the floor, no, but you give it your all. You don't chill. Like, you come with everything you got because it's for show. It's not just to make it on the team, and it's not just to beat out your competitor. It's for show. The basketball players are there. The coaches are there. There's some parents there. The rest of the team's there. Yeah. All these new people that are about to be on the squad, you're going to show them what's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
I don't know. That's my opinion.
So you just mentioned the basketball players are there, and that made me think of something else that I thought of during this episode that is actually very realistic. Usually, cheerleaders are not allowed to even talk to the players. Yeah. Like, if they're caught talking to the players in real life, a lot of them, the times they get the boot.
But that's funny though, because it's like the cheerleaders get the short end of the stick.
They sure do.
Because the players are just as bad, if not worse.
Well, we saw with that one guy. What was the guy that kept on hitting on Ahsha?
And they're not going to cut the basketball players.
No.
Hold on.
McKinley Freeman is his name. He's actually...
Okay, let's talk about him.
Derek Roman.
Let's talk about Derek for just a second here. Okay, I get it. You think she's cute, whatever, and maybe you're in that position where you're cocky and blah, 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 but was it really necessary to have a conversation with her, talk to her, and then be like, we just take off my shirt for no reason and like show you my pecs?
He's cocky.
Go away. That's
I was upset. Okay, being a skinny man, I'm like, okay, bro, listen, dude, that's way over the line.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, what are you doing that for?
Nick and I were just talking about before we started taping the episode about how we need to like get in shape for summer, and he's like, I'm just gonna hold off. I'm not gonna work out. I was like, what if you need to take your shirt off?
But like it's not necessary. I'm not gonna be standing outside like, hey, so and yeah.
Hey, you want to go on a date? Let me just take off my shirt. Let you know what you're missing out on.
I'm sure he has like pretty boy syndrome. He
He's not that pretty, though.
Yeah, he's not that good looking of a guy.
I'm saying that a lot of
His
girls
character
throw themselves at him.
Of
And so
course.
he's not used to not having a girl throw themselves. So he has to like play up his other assets, and that's his abs. And so he doesn't really know he's thrown. Like, it's just a weird situation for him.
But here's my thing on guys, and it doesn't necessarily mean when a guy just takes his shirt off for a girl. But ladies, have you ever had a man approach you in a certain way, and all you can think about when they're walking away is, has that really worked for you before? I mean, obviously it has if you thought to try it today. So what girl fell for that?
Groupies.
I guess.
Groupies.
See, that's the thing. Like, I've been to basketball games, and there are girls that literally buy tickets so they can like
Try to get a basketball player, man.
Like, there are girls that like in clubs and stuff, they stalk these players. So I don't see like a player going home at the end of the night alone.
True.
Like, and so he, this character probably isn't used to a girl not falling all over him.
I'll do you one better. There's girls who, especially the guys who are out of town, who are in these players' hotel rooms.
Oh,
I've heard that before, yeah.
It's nuts.
We've had guests at AfterBuzz who, like, famous people who have said that they like go to their hotel and they show up and there's just a random girl laying naked in their bed.
Ew.
That
Classy much?
happens.
Yeah.
That happens. That's
That's
a
normal.
normal thing
Yeah.
for basketball players. And it sounds so bizarre, but like,
But I was gonna say that's like concerts, and this is off the topic. That's like concerts where girls like throw their thongs or whatever at singers, and you got to think of like Justin
gross.
Bieber when he was like this big, and I'm sure that had to have happened because girls are
Hold
just
on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. You mean like as in height wise, right?
Yeah,
As in,
oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
this big, this big.
your mind
Where is
going?
your
No, the way
mind
she's,
at?
because we're talking about guys, and so you know, there's a lot of estrogen floating around the room right now, so I just want to clear that stuff up.
This is a PG-13 after show, sir. Anyways, hit the floor. Back to
Now,
the show.
you know what I liked, and because you really see the innocence with Ahsha when she met Helena or Jelena, I'm messing her name.
Yelena.
Yelena for the first time. She was like, oh my God, she was like a fan.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. And how sincere she was in that. She's like,
Yeah.
I looked up to you. I wanted to be you. And then
But how do you sit there and turn around and act like that after someone says something so nice to you? I don't care if you're threatened by her. Like, that really just shows that she's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
You could have been, you could at least been fake. Not that I'm okay with being fake, but you could have been like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
and
you
given her
could've-
the cold
yeah.
shoulder. But instead, she just like gave her a free reading and was like, this is how it is.
she could have at least prefaced her meanness with thank you.
All right. Thanks, but
Yeah, exactly. That would have been nicer. Thanks, but unfortunately.
yeah, I don't like you, so it's about to be tough.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's go into the final moments. They make the cuts.
We didn't really talk about the whole Raquel thing that much. Like how she has a son and
An Australian fellow who wants.
Who's the
has
manager?
managers. Like
Yeah.
he's the manager for like half the team.
Is that what he is? I didn't catch that.
That's what Dean Cain's character said.
And why he felt so bad
Pete Davenport.
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just know that basically he's
He's a deadbeat dad
Yeah.
who seems like he wants to take the son away, even though he's not a good guy. I'm sure he would take the son away just to get a babysitter. Like,
Yeah. Well, wasn't he saying something about disciplining a kid or something, and the way he said it just made him seem like a butthole?
Yeah.
he was saying that Raquel was saying that she never really talks about him because he's never really around, and the deadbeat dad was saying that the kid needs to treat him with more respect and his new girlfriend with more respect when he comes over. And she's like, he's 4. What
Right,
do you
you're like,
expect him to
shut up.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like that. I don't think that's the last that we've seen of him.
Oh, definitely.
No, not at all. Not at
yeah.
all. But with Dean Cain coming in at the very end and Raquel getting cut and saying what he had to say, I feel like, A, as we said before, I think it's possible crush. But B, maybe he knows about the situation and that's why he's saying he's empathetic towards things.
Yeah.
Who knows if he's possibly homies or enemies with this other guy.
Well, he definitely knows him. You
I
know,
think
like,
they're
would
just
say that.
colleagues. I don't think there's any like heat between them, but he knows that he's
Yeah,
not a good guy.
Yeah.
So I was wondering whether Olivia actually had chosen Raquel and then made the last minute decision after
I feel
Ahsha's
like
mom.
I feel like she from the get-go was already a huge fan favorite of Ahsha, but she also loved Raquel, and it was Yelena that said, no, I don't want them both. So then she took it to, okay, well, let's pick one.
I think Yelena didn't want either of them.
Yeah, she
And
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when she said, that's what I'm saying, when she said she didn't want either of them, Olivia made her pick one. Well, if you had to pick, which one would you pick? Obviously, she picked the other girl because she just
Raquel,
didn't
yeah.
want to be threatened by having this developing new talent on her squad. You know, because that's how they had that whole conversation with, I thought you were going to get rid of her. Well, no, Heffa.
But you know, we all knew Ahsha was gonna.
Yeah,
get
of course.
that,
But
you know.
I actually was really disappointed in the fact that they really did let Raquel go because I
was
thought it
too.
was going to be an exception
Yeah.
or
I
Ahsha's
thought
like,
that it was-
take my place.
I thought it was going to be like that too, where Olivia was like, well, we're actually adding on
Yeah.
like an extra spot this season, but
No. So we'll just talk about the big bomb that got dropped at the very end. What did you guys think about the fact that the mom, Sloan, went up to the coach and was like, well, you know, that's her daughter.
First thought was, and
OMG.
Second thought was, Ahsha doesn't look mixed.
Amen. Amen. That was my first thought. I said, that's not even realistic at all. Not even a little bit. And what's even funnier to me is in the earlier part of the show when that guy Derek was hitting on Ahsha and he was like, oh, your boyfriend's probably, what, is he a white boy? Okay, first of all, her boyfriend's mixed. He's not white.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going with all your like racial, I don't know.
Yolana looks mixed a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ahsha definitely doesn't. So that kind
No.
of threw me for a loop.
Not even a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know, okay. Well, first off, when she said, well, I kind of knew that it was leading into that when she was like, I need you to look after her, this and that, yada, yada. And then she hits you with the, she's your daughter. You know, kind of like the whole Mari, she's your daughter.
Okay,
right?
why did you wait that long?
I mean, we don't know.
There's a lot of things. Maybe she still wanted to be part of the team and she knew that you couldn't hook up with players, so she had to pretend like it was someone else's.
Maybe. Or maybe she was having an affair with Pete. And because obviously he was
Oh,
married
yeah.
at one point in time, but this was a long time ago, years and years and years ago.
ooh,
But it's
that's
possible.
juicy.
No,
Yeah.
maybe that's why she was kicked off of the team
Yeah.
because of the baby.
Yeah. Well, no, but I was saying.
I mean, then that's kind of a reason to get kicked off the team. Like, you're not going to have a pregnant Devils cheerleader.
Yeah, but
and then there
she-
wasn't like, there had to have been something more with Olivia getting her kicked off. Like Olivia telling someone that she was pregnant or
Maybe
something
Olivia
like
was
that.
married. to
No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Olivia either was married
Olivia wasn't
or
married
was
to him.
with him. They were just
No.
dating, and maybe she got jealous and she found out that they were really
Olivia wasn't
loved.
married to him because she was saying your ex-wife is going to take you to the cleaners. It's not like I'm
Oh,
going to take
yeah,
you to the
yeah,
cleaners.
yeah. That's right.
But it could have been something in the past because obviously Olivia was on the team. She was an original Devil girl too,
Yeah.
and maybe both her and Sloan were the talents.
I don't think that there's any bad blood between them in that regard. Like, I don't think that they fought over a guy because Olivia seemed really remorseful. I think it was something very, like, shady, like she told on...
There's
mom.
Mila or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it was fighting. I don't think it was fighting. Otherwise, there would still be tension there. I think Olivia genuinely feels remorseful for whatever she did.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But okay, hold on. What does Ahsha's boyfriend do?
Who knows? He
Because-
supports
He's a
her.
basketball coach for like a high school team, I thought.
Oh, he's a coach for
It
okay.
sounded
Because I
something
thought he was
like
like a
that.
player for
He's
like
somehow-
a minor league team or something.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. He's somehow involved in basketball, but it's
Yeah.
not NBA.
Because you could tell he
status.
has a little game, you know, when they went to
yeah, the
last thing,
three-pointer.
you know, he mentioned, so you
Yeah.
can tell he does something.
I mean, I can make a shot like that once in a while. Like, it's
I
not that
can't.
impressive. Like, I mean, maybe like once every 10, but like, I'm just saying.
Okay, so I also want to talk about the last performance at the very end. I was like, great performance. However, that's Hollywood for you because you made the team. You made the team. They start off with all these girls, and all of a sudden they get changed, and then they hit the floor, and they have this perfect formation that transitions and changes. And when did you guys have time to make that routine between
Practice.
changing and then getting there? And even if it was your audition piece, y'all were in separate groups, and your partner could have been kicked off. So that leaves you.
Listen, that's
What?
why they're professionals.
Oh, you know what? Homie, okay.
That's why they're professionals.
I'm a professional, but still, I like it doesn't make there would be so many holes, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. It's part of TV, but I was just like, that's really not realistic. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah, from that's a dancer's.
I just think they're
I didn't
that
even notice
good.
that.
Oh,
They're that good.
And they're professionals. They're professionals, and they're that
They're
good.
my ESP. I just know you're going to be right here, and you're taking her place, and I'm going to take her place, and we're going to switch, make it amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened.
You know.
Okay.
Because, like, as a viewer, as a non-dancing viewer, it didn't throw me off. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was just me. Sorry.
But I am excited just at how much dancing they do show, and so I hope that they definitely keep it, you know, and focus on the dancers. And it's
The
not
naked
like a
dancers
whole-
is what you're hoping for.
Yeah, right? You want to see more stripping? Is that what that was?
I mean, if that's what has to happen, I'm not gonna change the channel. Yeah.
I'm really pleased with how they set up the rest of the season, though, because there are a lot of things that we're wondering, yet they didn't have. You know, when a lot of first episodes of seasons, they have to set up a lot of backstory, and it didn't feel forced in this at all, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah. Well, if you guys enjoyed the show, we definitely want to hear about what you have to say. So go on to iTunes. You can comment, rate, download, share it with a friend. And you can also go into YouTube, leave some comments there. But we like to converse about maybe if you have some insider information on these actors that we don't know about, some juicy stuff.
And we have a lot of special guests coming up this season. Kat Bayless will be here later in the season. We actually have Ahsha's boyfriend, Jonathan, coming in next week. So stay tuned for that. And we have a ton of other guests lined up. So
yeah. I think that kind of, in a sense, covers our news and gossip because this show is so new. Unless you guys have something that's undercover.
I saw something that I thought was kind of interesting. That like the main characters have like their own Twitters. They have like the characters' Twitter on Twitter, which is kind of weird. It's the first time I've ever seen that for like a show. But they're really like pushing, for this thing to be successful.
I think they have that on the game as well, don't they?
I don't watch the game. So I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
But if I did, I could tell you.
Okay.
All right. So then why don't we just go into it and get into some some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Let's hear the man's perspective. What's your prediction?
We'll start from the top. I think Sloane will reveal to her daughter who her father is.
Forcefully, or do you think it's something that she'll voluntarily do?
Forcefully, like it'll come out in an argument. I think someone's gonna have, and they're gonna have an argument over something, like because I feel like Dean Cain's character, what's his name?
Did you see the up and coming things though? Because Yolanda overhears that whole interaction between.
I know I that part.
Oh, see,
Yolanda hears them talking about like, oh, you're the father of Ahsha.
Yeah, they have an argument.
So she's gonna use that against Ahsha.
Yeah, that's gonna get dirty. Ugh. Bad information goes to the wrong person.
But like what I was telling Cathy earlier though, I think that Yolanda and Ahsha are like half sisters though.
I don't think so. No,
I feel.
That's a stretch.
I mean, that would be a great twist. That'd be a great twist
oh my God, and this is why they really.
I think at some point, maybe not this season, but if they have a second or third season, those two girls are going to be fighting for the same guy.
Well, okay, I saw a preview, totally irrelevant to this actual episode, but it's the basketball guy, Derek, and somehow he's in a room with Ahsha, and he just decides to drop his towel because he likes to take stuff off. So I feel like he's just constantly just going to be getting at her and getting at her. Yeah. I don't know if it'll necessarily be successful or if it'll turn into something forceful, but I'm wondering if her and her boyfriend are going to make it through the entire season.
It'll cause some tension for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think he might also get jealous because he'll be like, why aren't you with like this basketball player when I'm a nothing? And like,
yeah. It could go
I know how guys work.
Oh. The expert, Cathy Kelley. All right, guys. Well, where can everybody follow you so they can continue the conversation?
They can follow me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley.
Follow me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue.
All right, and I'm Alikona Bradford. You can follow me at Kiss My Passport. All right, guys. Well, we had he's laughing at my Twitter follow right now. You guys, you know what? Anyway, so like I was saying, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We enjoyed the show. We enjoyed sharing it with you. We hope to see you again next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.